when you fight against the masters, you claim your independence. That means like you on your own. So some kind like a lot of these places, a lot of these people, they don't like what Haiti did, like Haiti fighting these slaves, like revolting and then getting their independence, which is something that as human beings they couldn't keep being treated like that. So they needed to claim their independence. But all these like bigger nations, they don't forcibly like this thing, like where you like a smaller country in the Caribbean, like you're
no longer under imperial control.
Then, you know, the whole story of like the Haitian slaves fighting the Napoleon army and then chasing them out of the island. So basically, like we talk about La Bataille de Vertières, like the November 1803. So all these things like really like mark like what makes Haiti, the first Black Republic.
Welcome to What's My Thesis. I'm Javier Proenza, and today my guest is Olivier Ganthier. Everybody calls me Javier.
Everybody calls me
Ganthier or Oliver.
Oliga, Oliga. So I use that as a nickname, my Outbrain, and my artist name. So it's like, and yeah, it's like, but my first name is Olivier, and then my last name is Ganthier.
Good. Thank you for saying it once yourself so that people actually know what it sounds like instead of my Miami version. Yeah. But yeah, we've been talking a little bit as I've been setting up, and I'm like, oh man, how do we get back into all that shit? But you're Haitian, right?
Yeah, I'm Haitian. I was born and raised in Haiti, and then I moved here like I think like 2 years ago. And
from Haiti directly?
Yeah, well, I live in Miami for a time, and then
how long of a time?
I think like 1 year. I was like still like back and forth, and also I've been like spending most of my life in Haiti, and also I used to come visit the US like for like 7 years. Used to come like be part of a show and come back. You know, it's always been like I have my business in Haiti, and then so I kind of like been doing like having a foot here and having a foot in Haiti, keep things running, you know. It's a different like landscape, and sometimes like I wanted to be closer to the artists, to the art scene, the market here, and then also give back to Haiti, and also bring something, like, you know what I mean, create more influence.
Yeah. So are you planning on like staying out here eventually, or are you trying to always just kind of have one foot, like you're trying to be a little bit more back and forth?
I think that's a good question. Like I always think
because the art hustle takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, the art hustle takes a lot, and then I feel like
and you just, but for people that don't know, you're currently at Otis College for your MFA, right?
Yeah, I'm currently at Otis College of Art and Design for my MFA. And finishing this year, like in graduating in May, and also my thesis show, it's in April 30. And yeah, I still think of like whatever I'm doing here on this market, on like whatever I'm doing like art-wise, I'm still gonna have a thought on Haiti, on like how I would wish like my home country, like, you know, I still like be able to make projects there, make things happen, because there's a lot of things like people just see the stereotypical things on the news, on the media, but they don't actually dive deep into what's actually going on there. Is it true what they're saying, or like is there any much more than that?
Yeah, no, I'm excited because I actually thought you were more Americanized, but I didn't realize that you live. So that means you lived through the earthquake.
Yeah,
and all of that.
Yeah, I was in Haiti during the earthquake.
Okay.
And then when you're born in Haiti, you speak Creole, like, and then when you go to school, it was an old French colony, you speak French, or the book on French. And then in school, I learned English and everything. So, and then that's like, I was really passionate about English, and so it's something that. But French, you have to speak it.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. You can't go to school over there without speaking French.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I speak 3 languages too. I speak Spanish was my first, English was my second, and then Italian.
Oh, nice.
And then 2 of them are really useful. you know, because the majority of the world speaks English and Spanish, or a good enough a chunk of it, right? Versus Italian, which is just like in Italy. I like, it's such a beautiful language to speak and all of that, but
is it very close to Spanish, Italian?
It's when I first moved there, I was like speaking Spanish to people and they understood me and I understood them like as a kid. But it's interesting. I guess I didn't mean to say like, but I guess what I'm implying is that French is no longer like the French colonies are no longer that established in the world where French is like an international language the same way it used to be back in the day, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think like, you know, with the like the Haitian Revolution and you know, like in Haiti gaining its independence in January 1st, 1804. We just celebrated 223 years. And it is like something that these are like really fragments of like being a colony, like, you know, after all this happened, and then, you know, you have like it's an entire Haiti is like the entire island.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the revolution, like we really had like there's this split because there's different like leaders that went, some of them like Jean-Pierre Boyer that did govern the entire island. So after that there was split between the Spanish part and then the French part. So that's why we have Haiti today and Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
So
and Haiti picked the wrong side because that's where the iridium is, right?
So I don't
do you know about the iridium in Haiti?
I heard news about that, and I don't know anything about the. I wouldn't.
It's a rare metal that like hasn't been relevant until like recently.
Yeah. I heard some stuff about that, and I wouldn't say there's a wrong side. It's
no. I was the unfortunate side, which has the resources.
Okay, yeah.
I wasn't like dissing the islander.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying like if the Haitians picked the other side of the islands, maybe the history would be different.
Yeah, I think there's two different governance, and then they are like they adopt different methods, and also you have to understand that when you fight against the masters, you claim your independence. That means like you on your own.
Mm-hmm.
So some kind like Haiti, they don't a lot of these places, a lot of these people, they don't like what Haiti did. Like Haiti fighting these slaves, like revolting and then getting their independence, which is something that as human beings they couldn't keep being treated like that.
Yeah.
So they needed to claim their independence, but all these like bigger nations, they don't forcibly like this thing, like where you like a smaller country in the Caribbean, like you're
no longer under imperial control.
Then,
yeah,
you know the whole story of like the Haitian slaves fighting the Napoleon army and then chasing them out of the island. So basically, like we talk about La Bataille de Vertières, like the November 1803. So all these things like really like mark like what makes Haiti, the first Black Republic. But at the same time, it's like it's a forever thing that they always remind that this place did this, and then they just.
How do the Haitians feel about it?
Haitians are very proud about like their history and everything that they've accomplished. You know what I mean? No matter like how the country is going, and then how like I was thinking about like. The way I think about it is like a branding thing. When I say branding thing, it's like America is a brand. America is a brand where like they show you something.
They don't show you the homeless people. They show you Hollywood.
Exactly. If you Google Los Angeles, they don't show you like
Skid Row.
They don't. Yeah. They just show you like Hollywood, the beautiful parts. And then you Google New York, like there's a lot of homeless in New York too. So basically, if you curate something for people to see about you, so at the end, they're going to think like, oh, that's how you really look like.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like in the case of Haiti, there's a lot of like media that's really keep pushing this negative narratives on
do you
this
think
side.
do you think it's the Western media that's doing that portrayal, or and we can talk a little bit about your artwork too. I mean, I appreciate this. I'm always gonna end up like asking questions about culture just because that's my interest. But you said that you had been working on your thesis as well, so I don't want to make this entirely about Haiti, but I could literally ask you an hour worth of questions about this. So fine. I want to put that disclaimer in so that if you ever want to take the conversation out of this, I'm happy to. But do you think it's the Western media that kind of portrays it like that? What kind of art do you make? So are you a painter? How do you identify?
I'm a painter, and I also I'm just saying a figurative painter, and I just start like from. I created a set of like characters like inspired by my people and also spirituality that I just like I make a blend of like different things from my culture, and then I just like we compose like my interpretation of things. Like it's like my way of interpreting my form of representation. It's like we talked a little bit off air also that because you mentioned while we've been recording your business back home. You had a business back home, and then so the people don't. That's you're a muralist, right? Yeah, I'm an artist. I'm a muralist, so I kind of like been doing like murals in Haiti, also like doing like some here. And
we were talking a little bit about Miami,
and also I went. We're gonna talk about that. I went to the Middle East in Qatar.
Oh, really?
The mural there, yeah.
Wow, how was that?
That was cool. That was cool, and then it was like whole different culture, the whole different thing, and then it was extremely hot. I wouldn't go back in the summertime, but it was extremely hot. Yeah, and then
from someone from Haiti, that's pretty hot.
Yeah, it was hotter than Haiti. It was very hot. And then
it sounded like you said it was hotter than Hades.
Yeah. so yeah, it's been going like did some murals in Dominican Republic, and so as a background, it's like my dad is an artist. I grew up like in a studio and seeing him painting behind an easel, and also we had like the studio doing some other commercial things like commercial like murals or like commercial like signs and stuff. And
did you ever do graffiti, or you just went into muralism?
So I started with graffiti, street art. Like I started that with that's where like but I didn't want to like at the beginning I didn't want to just be like a graffiti artist. I just wanted to like take the not taking like
develop the skills,
and then because
I usually don't fill in stuff for people, but I'm gonna notice when you're having a language issue.
So it's like okay, I would say why my dad is being like is being in the studio. It's like I feel like I wanted to do art, but I didn't want to do art like in a studio setting. So at first I wanted to. So I started discovering like street art, like not just like I also didn't want to just go out and just tag my name on the wall. I just wanted to create something that can leave a message or like something that leaves an impact. So that's why like I get to early to street art, like and also alongside graffiti.
It sounds like is there a possibility that it's more political? Because I know in Italy it is. I know different. I mean, there's still just straight up tagging and like that kind of graffiti. What's the graffiti scene like there? Because over here we've got. I interviewed someone recently who was talking about tag banging in Oakland. Is there shit like that there? Like, what is the street art scene like?
So the graffiti street art scene in Haiti, I think it's a bit smaller. Like we had like I helped co-launch the first graffiti and street art festival. We worked together on this, and then there's a few artists that are doing the thing that are like that are very good actually, and then they are not like they are not on this market. Some of them are here, some of them are still like working in Haiti, and then
do more of them work in Miami than they do out here in LA, or do they make the trip out here?
If I did more work?
No, I'm saying do more artists make it, like, because it's easy to just hop over to Miami, I would imagine.
actually does more Haitian descent or Haitian type artists that are like in Miami than LA. It's a proximity thing. I think
Yeah, for sure.
Miami, there's a lot of Haitians. He's very close to Cuba, very close to the
To
Caribbean.
Haiti, yeah.
And here you're very close to Mexico. So there's a large influence of Mexicans are also like California was Mexico before. So all this, we're not going back to this, but it's a thing like where like proximity can bring influence.
No, that makes sense. I mean, I knew so many Haitians when I was growing up, and so like it's just interesting. But it makes sense that if there's Haitian street artists in like LA, kind of likes street art. And I think probably, well, commercially, I think Miami's recently been really supportive of graffiti, but growing up, you know, like because now there's the Wynwood murals and all of that stuff. But growing up, it was not cool.
so it's kind of like the same type of influence that we had in Haiti. We literally like we're following the artists here.
Okay, so you guys, and
then also we're doing our thing, and then also since graffiti is like essentially like illegal, and then you have to also bring like a form of like educating people about like, you know, different forms of different ways like of doing it, and then also the way that that the cops can be hard on people like doing graffiti here. It's different on Haiti.
Are they more aggressive or less?
I think it's less because it's more like I would say depending on where you're gonna paint. So it's really like you can kind of find a form of compromise on, you know what I mean, where like the owners like there's not like it's not like when you drive on LA there's like so much graffiti, and then there's there's really less than that, and then but this we still like being adding more. There's a lot of more artists and then doing that, and then very proud to see like the movement, because at first in Haiti too it was we didn't have the proper supplies at the beginning. So we used to use this hardware store like the Arbor spray paint, and also the Rust-Oleum X. So we used to use
you couldn't get tips.
So basically you can't get tips, you have to do one tip, and then it's hard, like there's no low pressure or anything, it's just hard, and then you have to use that thing and then to do everything with it. So to all the artists I was in that period that really like starting with these tools until we started getting like convincing some hardware owners, like I was like, oh, we need Montanas, we need like we need this type of thing, we need this type of caps. So it's like
the hardware stores were selling tips.
So now it's like since it's smaller, it's like there's.
That's amazing. Over here they put it behind. You know,
so it's like you know, it's hard to have like we don't have an official like Montana store. No, I know. So or like, but it's usually you would find that I think in like art stores now, you know, tips you would find in art stores and stuff. But yeah, that's hilarious at the hardware store because there's, I mean, I still use like I painted my pedals with just regular hardware store paint. It's very different than like a Montana. It's very different. I think it's a very good paint too. It's a very good paint. You can cover the coverage like the 2X Rust-Oleum. It's really good. Like you can cover, but when you have to do an entire mural with that, very hard, and so that's why we have to go through all this process before we even like get to have the proper supplies, and so also changing the connotation about like what people qualify like as graffiti, and also, you know what I mean, it's like that's why I think there's a lot of nuances into this. There's a lot of nuances. It's not just like one box, you drop everything in there, but you have to go deeper into like, you know, what layers. There's different layers. Like I say, you doing like the public space, it could be like, right now I'm more like a muralist than say a graffiti artist, but you doing like all this in the same can be the same public space. So one can overlap each other, and then it's like doesn't mean like all of it like just fit in the same
Did you
box.
have a tag that you would write, or were you always doing characters?
No, I did I have a tag? Oh yeah, I had the tag early.
Do you hate it enough to not tell me?
No. I had the tag early, but I usually tag all my murals like Oliga or Lige.
Because now you're not doing it legitimately.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. It's been like Oliga is a short is a nickname for my name. So it's like Olivier, take Oli, and then from Ganthier. So basically, it's been like, this is my art brand. This is my artist name, my company name. So it's like, it's like very like something I use, and also
when they started calling J-Lo, I was like, oh, I'm J-Pro.
Yeah.
So it's similar.
so it's like I've been using that, and then also always think of like the impact, the way like there's a lot of places that are like can be very ugly, and then when you go, you come paint in there, and then you change like the entire energy. In the space, it's kind of like, that's one of the things I appreciate since early with like public art, street art. You can very like change the entire narrative of the space, like you know what I mean, and then getting to it's a very cool thing. It's a cool thing, and then I think art like it's giving like, you know, certain form of access to to different kind of people. You know what I mean?
I know someone out here who bought a house. Well, I dated them briefly. I don't think we really talked to them, so I guess it's not. But they have a house in like one of the, I don't know what, like one of the neighborhoods in LA that's like not gentrified yet. And they had someone paint a mural on the outside so that people would stop tagging up the house.
So that's kind of like a thing. And also in LA, LA, Miami, there's this different thing. There's this kind of type of world, because I say there's a coexistence in the space. Like the muralist is coexisting with the graffiti artist. And then so right now there's like a lot of times like you see graffiti artists coming on top of a mural. They just tag it. That's why like sometimes it's like something that could take you like 2 weeks to make, or like 2 weeks to a month to make. And
then they just scribble on it.
Somebody comes like in 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, they just add the tag on it, which is gonna take you more hours to repair, to, you know what I mean? So I think there's this kind of battle. I wish like, you know, there was more like respect in terms of like the work in the you know, in the space. So it's like it's really a thing. So
it's crazy. I see some of the kids out here in this neighborhood, they're like crossing each other out, but they're staying off of the old murals, because they are like, there's like, you know, I think there's like even a mural around here where it's like, please don't.
There's like
they're like, the mural is like, love, peace, please don't.
There's also like, you know, there's also this like there's also the same like hate access. So if you can't, like, the mural is all the way up there, so you can't have like access to it. So it's just
visibility.
So basically, if you can only do the bottom part, so basically that's another thing. And also there's like, you saw graffiti artists doing like murals, so they're just doing both overlap.
So when did you decide? What made you decide that you wanted to go to art school? Because we basically covered one of my main questions is when did you, the earliest memory of being into art, and then when did you decide you had to do it? And we've covered the earliest memories, just naturally, and then what's it called? When is it that you made the decision like, yo, I gotta go to school and have like an MFA in art? So, you're getting an MFA, right?
Yeah, I'm getting an MFA. But
what was your BA in?
I had a BF in fine arts, like in the National School of Arts in Haiti. So I just did like, when I started like when I started like, you know, when my artist
what was that school in Haiti like? Sorry.
It was a vibe, actually. It was very like I would say, there was some good teacher, like, you know, we really learned a lot.
Conceptual, technical, what is the main focus of a Haitian art school? That's fascinating to me. Because over here, it's kind of bullshit. I mean, I'm joking, obviously.
Okay. It was kind of more like very, like, I would say very technical.
Very technical.
We learned like a lot of things. And then also we had different other like classes and aesthetic, art history, like, and then like I think of this as like my base. Like at first, I like when I was seeing my dad and everything, and then I started like you know, seeing art on the street, and then starting learning to use a Spraken on my own. So from YouTube and stuff, and then I decided like I want to make this art thing, because the only reason that I wanted to make it is it's because like I couldn't stop anytime that I have a free time, so anytime that I'm just bored or anything, I end up grabbing a sketchbook and then I'm sketching.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, if it's anytime that I have this is my hobby. I love that thing. So I actually wanted to do it. Like I actually want to know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So there's a thing about being an artist. There's like, it's so easy to get lost. It's so easy to not have information because the information is very gatekeeper and everything.
What information are you looking for? How the art career works, how the art business works, or like what, or conceptual stuff? Like, and do you feel like what you're getting an education in lives up to what your expectation? Because that's an interesting, that's something that I kind of tackle with on the podcast a lot, is like a lot of artists don't know how the business works and they go to school for it and they don't learn it. But I've known some people in Otis not necessarily to be the case. Maybe that's not the case in art school now too.
Oh, okay, so there's a fun fact. Like I like art and I also like business.
Okay.
So
so you went into school asking the questions.
Yeah. So
whereas other people don't.
I used to ask questions to people like random weird questions, like because like, you know, how did you make it to this show? Or did you make it to this biennale? Or did you even like, you know, I would just ask you stuff like that. Just because you never know what people will answer you, and then sometimes like I try to ask.
Yeah.
And then so
I do the same.
Yeah. So,
I'm like I'll go, especially when I see the gallerists that I've interviewed, I'll go to the show and I'm like literally just like, hey, so what's up with this? Why did you make this decision?
Yeah, exactly. So I at first, like, you know, so in Haiti, you don't decide you wake up and then you're going to art school. It's like it's a no-go. It's like you have to be a lawyer, an engineer, or like a doctor, or like agronom agriculture. So this is the 4 things like you're supposed to go to, and then like, so when I finish with my high school, I just try to apply to art school and also try to apply to business school. But then
you didn't get into business school?
I didn't get into the business school.
Are you serious? I would imagine that's easier.
Yeah. So because like I was like, honestly, I think at that time I sucked at math, and then my math was not. I was like there, and then I was drawing on the paper at the business school test, and then I was like, oh, it's like, oh, the guys that were in there, the teacher was like, oh, you need to go to art school. I was like, okay, maybe outside my place, and then. So I end up being accepted into the art school, and then I was like, oh, that's cool. And then when I was working there, you know, learning like about the culture, like the more about the culture, and then, you know, being around all the artists, and then, you know, meeting a lot of teachers, and then learning a lot of stuff. And then at the end of my program, and then I remember like we had.
When did you graduate from the BFA?
That was like 2015. So.
Oh, okay.
So
how old are you? You said I was looking how to spray paint on YouTube. I'm like, that shit came out in 2006.
Yeah, that's like I don't know.
I'm just old. I'm not calling you young.
I'm just in my early 30s. Like,
your early 20s,
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, when I was in there, my school director Philip Dedar was like, he put like he started at the end of a program. He started putting some business classes. A lot of people were upset about it, but it was a good thing, like, you know, because as an artist, I think like the business side is also important. Like you have to learn, like, at least you can know, like, I mean, of course, if you need advanced stuff, but at least you can draft a contract, you can draft an invoice, like in you know, something that you're not gonna be like needing someone to always do that for you.
Yeah.
So you can learn the basic of that. So that's why I think like it is very important. Like even if in the case you're an artist, you're just the artist, and then you have a manager. Like the manager, like if you don't know any notions about like what's in that contract, you just the artist. Like, so basically.
I even had someone say so much as like, you should agree on what the expectations are of the relationship before you even get into it. And that a lot of galleries will try to sneak you into their roster without like telling you, so that you don't have that conversation.
Yeah. So it is like, it is a thing. Like it is a thing if you actually like don't know any notions on certain things, and then people put weird stuff on contracts. They put weird stuff. They're going to own your stuff perpetuity.
In perpetuity,
I remember that brain just put perpetuity on the contract. I was like, perpetuity, like it's really a thing. Like like that's why I sat down and I took some workshops in learning like about like what still like learning about the business side also of art, like the any basic that I know, and also the experience of running a business in Haiti. What I've learned, like
your business was the mural business.
Yeah, we do murals, and also I do like I do some art direction. So I do like work. On
do you Kadir Amka studied at Otis? Do you know him?
Yeah, I know. Okay. I know Kadir. Yeah, we just like
Amka or Amka. Yeah,
yeah.
The P. Yeah, because yeah. Okay.
So
I had a
yeah. So basically when I was like
he's also very business oriented, is why I bring him up.
I think he did his undergrad was in business.
Yeah.
So my dad one time before I started like I also like one thing when I was growing up, beside the art, I also like computers. So my two options were like, I could go to be a computer science. So, but it's like, no, the math, if you're not good at the math, you're not gonna.
It's also too late for that major.
So it's like, at the end, my little brother ended up doing computer science.
Yeah.
And then, but I was like, okay, let me find a way, study early, and let me find a way to blend the art with the computers. So that's why I started digital art. My dad went to take this Corel Geo class back in the day, and then he just started like showing me how to do Corel, and then I just like started with Corel, and then I saw
that is such a specific drawing tool too.
Yeah,
it's like that's not Photoshop. That's like it's only for drawing and painting.
There was another artist that was doing like stuff with Photoshop.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, this stuff are better than what I'm doing in Corel. I need to get into Photoshop, and then I just kind of like find a way to learn like Photoshop, and then also learn like from one of my mentor like more illustration skills while I was at art school. So I started doing like illustration, learning to draw from memory and stuff like that.
That's what I'm terrible at.
Yeah. So it's kind of like was good. It was good like to.
So what are you doing now then? You mentioned your characters. They're not like graffiti characters with like beanies and stuff, or are they like that?
I think like it's a combination of influence.
Combination of like a graph style influence.
Yeah. Basically, I don't take them as graffiti characters. I take them as half people have like spirit, something like it's very like bridging the gap, because it's like,
are they archetypes or are they actual personas that have names and stuff?
They are like more like archetypes. They are not archetypes, like they don't have like they don't have like,
it's not like a recurring cast.
Yeah, this is my way of like bringing like I break down like aesthetic from the black figure. Also I blend with elements from the Veves, from Haitian culture, and also blend different elements from the African mask. Like, so it's kind of like very like the combination that I make. It's weird, but it's just how I love flowing with it. It's just and they come differently in my head, so they come and I combine make different combinations. So it's very like something that really inspiring. I don't know what's they're gonna look like tomorrow. I don't know what's it's really a vibe. So so I enjoy like doing that. And then
what kind of context are like, is it narrative painting? Are you telling stories? Is it more portraiture kind of like, so, what is the we got the content, what is the concept?
So my whole concept about it was like black representation is possible, and then I try to find different ways to place like black people in certain spaces, and then and from that angle, it's just like you think about like the way that we are like vessels. We're also like spiritual means. We have like have humans, but also have spirits. So we also think like of a way that you can fit in different spaces and bring like something. So that's what like I thought of this as like as my way to bring my people, not only like Haitian people, but also like Black people in general. So it's getting like because the thing about like when you come from Haiti, like the first Black Republic, it's an entirely Black country. So it's different than America, where you see different nations, different people, and then you literally, the minority over in Haiti like can be like some white people, some mixed people. So basically, but in general, 80% of the population is Black.
Yeah.
So here it's like it's a different thing, and then that's why like I think when you are like most like a minority here, and then when I think about another place like that in the Caribbean, and also there's like different layers into like.
You're more of a minority here than you are in Miami.
yeah, that's true. But it's even here. I'm more of a minority because
it's crazy.
We barely have Haitians.
There's more Black Americans in Miami than there are white Americans that are not Latino. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. It really fucks me up. And I always say this, and I guess I have to say it because I have to complete the OCD cycle, but like it drives me crazy that Mexicans are the majority and they don't run this town like Cubans run Miami. Like that it's such a fucking crime.
Yeah. I mean, but you take something, man. If you take out like Mexican culture out of here, like you're gonna feel like there's a gap. Like but there's people that live entirely like that. They don't have any Mexican people. There's people that come from other cities. Yeah, they live here. They don't know any, like in the art world too. It's crazy. It is crazy. And they roll like I you know, at least in Miami, white people never had the audacity that white people out here do. That's true. That's like
you know it's true. Yeah. No se atreven.
That's like it's very like it's very Cuban dominated in Miami.
Yeah. I was just there, so I go back there and I decompress. I'm like. Because also I'm Cuban and out here they fucking hate Cubans because they don't understand. It's the same thing that you were talking about Haiti. Like they only point the camera at the one group of loud Republican Cubans that's like Trump, and and they don't get the camera on like my family. That
you remind me of like there's like these there's this girl in our program she's from Puerto Rico, and then she was like, there's not really a lot of like, I don't know if there's a lot of Puerto Rican here.
No,
like
I don't know a single one here. Yeah,
because like it's very like 5 hours across the country to the other side. So you literally there like where like you literally on the other side, and then that's another thing that's been like for me. It was very challenging because it was a place like where I had to really step out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Because in Miami, I can be like, oh, I can find my Haitian community and I can do this and that.
And it's not just the Haitian community. I mean, there's Caribbean people from everywhere.
People, everywhere. Jamaican, so but it same as in New York. So you closer to the Caribbean community.
Yeah.
But here it's like, it's different. It's just like,
and then they start talking shit. And they're like, you're a white person. You're a minority here. Shut up.
So it's like, it's very like so I had to get used to it and learn to navigate it. Also,
me too, dude. By the way,
it's been a thing of like every time that I bring my art, or like I had to teach people about stuff about Haiti.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh, this is a tap. This is like this is this spirit in Haiti. This is like because they have the other Los Maltes here. They have like Gede in Haiti. They have Baron Samedi, which is the guardian of the crossroad between death and life. And then you have
do you guys have like we have Santeria in Cuba. Do you guys have
it's a voodoo spirit that's Baron Samedi is a skull, and then with its big hat, purple and black. So completely different from what they have here. I mean, it's also kind of similar celebrations, but they call them different names and different.
It's ancestor worship of different variations, right? And a lot of that comes from Africa, probably too.
Exactly, it's from African spirituality. because there's a lot of like even the Vodou practice in Haiti, there was like a lot of reconstruction and also a lot of mixture. Like when they take these slaves from different tribes from Africa and then they come the Negrier, the ship, and then they get to the island. They had to, not only they were oppressed, they had to hide what they're doing.
Yeah.
They cannot openly practice the thing, so they had to mask it under certain figures. So even like some of the Catholic saint, the image of the Catholic saint, sometimes even today they use the similar images.
So that happened in Haiti too?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So basically, because it says we're not, because I remember we had a class in Syncretism on Catholic and Vodou. It was, this is Saint Jacques, this is...
That's amazing.
So basically, you have like different, when you see the similar images, and then so that's like also the drawings, like the spiritual patterns like they create. They had like a lot of elements that were inspired like by the Taino culture, and also like the French Ferronnerie.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of like a blend of things that they created, and then they, but it was all from a base of the sacred geometry.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you said tap.
Tap, yeah.
What is that?
Tap.
I know it's frustrating for you to have to explain it, but
so tap is public transportation in Haiti. If you go in Haiti, you barely can miss that. I had this painting I made, a man on a tap. It's literally reflecting on the ride, and also the aesthetic of like this cutout, like it's like the entire bus is artisanal. They just paint celebrities. They made a mixture of celebrities, Bible verses, things like the.
Who are Haitian celebrities?
Yeah, so it's not only Haitian celebrities.
Okay,
like,
they'll have Kobe.
We have 50 Cent, we have Kobe Bryant, we have LeBron James. Like we have all these American celebrities.
There are dudes that are just, their faces are perfect for murals.
Yeah. So basically, the same way you see a lot of Kobe Bryant murals here, like these taps, they have everyone. Sometimes they put Haitian celebrities. Sometimes they put like American celebrities, like like,
any Cuban ones? Is there cross-cultural love like that?
I think we have very highly American influence in the media, and it's really like something since early. Just you really had like the music and everything. So the taps is these colorful buses like riding around, and then just getting like getting people to places, and they do these cutout windows. Like that was one of the reasons that inspired my piece. I'm looking forward to do more with that, but there's like it was something that's very like it's taking something that obviously like an ugly like structure, and then they literally build an entire new structure. They hand paint everything is hand painted, so it's beautiful. They decorate the thing, and it's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, the tap has been like the official ride of Haiti. Yeah.
So then, let's talk a little bit more about Haiti, because I do have questions. I just didn't want to front load it with my questions about Haiti. All right, so I went to school in Florida, obviously high school, and we read some books about stuff. Like our teacher told us that the tonton macoute is like a word that you can't say and that people get very uncomfortable with. I could see you reacted immediately. I don't know how much of that is Miami hype and how real that was. I mean, obviously you weren't alive for it, but is that do you hear stories about that shit?
So the tonton macoute, I was not alive, but I heard a lot of stories, and I was watching like this movie from Raoul Peck, L'Homme sur le quai, and it was like it's on YouTube actually. So you literally get back to the Duvalier generation where there's a dictatorship.
Okay.
Because after 1986 started like with democracy, but
because you guys were paying reparations for until it's 84.
So yeah, we paid reparation for
the revolution. For people that don't know, for the
exactly,
you explain it because I know the American version.
To recap, it's just like we were like in French colony, were enslaved, and then so basically we fought the French out of the island. So because we fought them and then burned the plantations, and then so now claiming the independence, so France had to impose indemnity, like we have to like compensate like the the old plantation owners. So we had to pay them. You have to pay them an amount to because of what we did. We fought for like independence. It's like people didn't want it to be slave anymore. They wanted to be free.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, they had to pay France, and then which was like unfair.
Yeah, because France is basically like, well, you guys are property, and now you're not property anymore. We lost so much value.
Yeah, so basically,
it's crazy.
And the funny thing is just like Haiti, like as it claimed its independence, it started like running as an independent country, and then so now the work that the people are doing, they had to use the money like, and also they had to use the money from what they sell to pay back France, and also at some point we had to borrow money from French and US banks to pay back.
That's
France.
The hustle, man.
Yeah, so
IMF.
Yeah, so basically,
my dad used to work for the World Bank, so I know a little bit about this.
So at some point, like there's like Aristide, which was the president, when he came back, he was like, we've been asking for France like reparation and restitution, because it doesn't make sense that we had to pay back for getting like freedom.
Mm-hmm.
So we like claiming like this debt that France owe us money, because like we can't just be like, because that money would have been useful to Haiti and then the infrastructure and everything. So
I think that's the point.
Yeah. So basically, it's like I think at some point they need to pay us back, and then they need to like getting like this.
Oh, my friend, I'm so sorry. I don't know if you've seen what's happening in Gaza, but that's never gonna happen.
I just like we just keep claiming it, and then you just keep claiming it, because it doesn't make any sense that you fight people for your freedom, and then now they ask you to pay them. Like it's like, if it's a fight, if you win or you win, or you don't, you win or you don't. So
no, well, it's crazy, because technically that used to be like a way of like settling wars, right?
Yeah.
You'd be like, but usually it's not the victor that pays, it's like, okay, we will stop destroying you if you give us like tithings and shit like that, not the opposite. So I still don't understand how that was able to be worked out, but I have my suspicions. Tell me, so sorry, you didn't get to say much about the Tantamaku.
Yeah. So basically after
and for people that don't know, it's a secret police.
Yeah, after this right after like we had like different leaders, different like people, and then there was this during the dictatorship, because there was a lot of military force after Dessalines that been like governing the country, and then do
you think there's American influence in some of that?
So we had an entire American occupation. So we just went to watch a movie like on the American occupation in Haiti. So go in 1915, there was an American occupation. The Americans literally came down there, and then they occupied us. Like they did like picking who's gonna be the leader, the president, and everything, and then what they need to do and everything. We have to pay the.
So you're technically Latino.
I don't.
Because the U.S. won't leave your country alone.
I mean, I don't think the U.S. leave any country alone.
I know.
So basically,
I know, but we're in the neighborhood. We're in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah, they're like this big bully, and then so they all over the place, and then so basically we had an entire.
So it is not my imagination that the U.S. kind of causes the situations that we see in the media, and the reason that they portray Haiti the way they do is to sort of justify interventions and stuff like that, or is that it's too of an American revolutionary asshole perspective?
I think my answer to that, capitalism doesn't work. It doesn't work different ways in any other. You analyze it in different places in the world. Has
Haiti ever tried to socialize like Latin American countries? Have they tried to retake their iridium?
I'm not sure, but the Haiti's been like
it's been run by right-wing people sometimes, right?
Now it's like you're an independent country, but undercover people are like pulling the strings.
Yeah.
So that's where like it's a problem, because like these people that are pulling the strings, they don't let you be on your own, because they don't want to leave you alone and you be out of the control, because they want to keep like finding a way to pull the strings.
Yeah.
So basically they want to keep putting somebody for you as president. So basically when you have situations like that, it's literally like you're independent, but at the same time, it's just a weird weird thing. And then there's there's a way that they want to keep your image, to keep you looking like. And then if one leader doesn't stand up at some point to negotiate or be strategic about this thing, to change the things, it's gonna be hard. And then also the Haitian people getting to change the narrative, getting together to rebuild the country, because nobody will care if you don't. So I think of that, and then also back to the Tonton Macoute, because since after this military government, there's this government live governance. It's this president that comes and they say we're gonna be president until the rest of our life. So Duvalier père, François Duvalier did a long time like that, and then until he passed the power to his son, Jean-Claude Duvalier. So they had the Macoute, which is the military force. Mm-hmm. So every leader that I think that applied this sort of system.
It's like their ICE. No, the reason that we know all these things about how American government is working inside the country now is because that's how American government has always been working outside the country.
So basically, you come from a country where any leaders that need to govern this island, they have to have their own military force. So they have different other leaders have done the same. So basically, that's the story of the Tonton Macoute. But this was literally under a dictatorship where they literally were terrorizing people. There's a lot of people that had really bad experience about the Macoute, and then so...
I've noticed you're not nervous about talking about things, even though you have the intention of going back to Haiti. So it sounds to me, from your confidence in how you're talking, that right now it's not as repressive as it may have been during that period.
No, it's not as repressive. It is.
You're not concerned that you say something about the government and you go back and something happens.
No, because right now it's more like a democracy, and then there's inside this democracy, there's been a lot of mess, a lot of corruption, a lot of bad governance.
There's been a lot of headlines too that I don't necessarily want to make you address, but
basically, there's now what is on the news is the gangs, and there's this side of Haiti. There's also there's also not the president. The president got assassinated in 2020. Yeah, I think 2020.
Is it one where they know who did it?
I don't know who did it. I don't know.
I think I know who did it then.
But the only thing is if you don't do what they ask you to do, you're gonna get in trouble. But if you look at different other country, different cases, it's these big capitalist country. They work the same. They use the same system, the same tactics to get the result. It just doesn't work any differently.
No. And
then when you come to Haiti is a country that already had an oligarchy. So it's you know that system works, and then it's sometimes you see some things are shaping their way here.
So what do you want people to know about Haiti that they don't get? Because I do this with Miami all the time. Mm-hmm. I fucking hate the way people talk about Miami. Yeah. You've been there, so you know that it's nothing like what they say. Yeah. First of all, Cubans fucking are perverts for culture. They if you're international in some way, they get so fascinated. They're also very much influenced by the African roots of the culture. It's not a culture that's been oh no, the slave culture has no warrant here. They're a lot more. They're not as racist as people make them out to be, and people forget that Florida went Democratic for Obama twice.
Yeah,
and you think you did that without Cubans, motherfuckers?
I don't know. I think there's also different layers in Cubans. There's also a lot of a lot of white Cubans, a lot of very
dark skinned Cubans. Yeah.
So there's also a lot of immigrants that are they come here and then they come from that place, and also when they turn their back to their own people. So we had just that case, that guy, the Republican senator, that just
Marco Rubio?
No, it's not Rubio. It's Bernie Shack. It's Bernie Shack is a Haitian.
Oh, he's Haitian? Oh, yeah. But that's capitalism.
Yeah. So basically, it's you're born and raised in Haiti, and then now you you're turning your back to your own people.
Because there's money in it, yeah.
Yeah,
Same thing with Rubio.
It's just like I don't know. So
Rubio didn't even flee Castro. His parents fled the previous dictator. And now I hear like leftists being like, oh yeah, all these rich people that were so much better off during the Batista movement. I'm like, yo, my fucking uncle fought in the Bay of Pigs on the against the Americans. And so the understanding is so crazy. So yeah, man, like what is life like on a quotidian life?
So I think like Haiti has like different sides. So basically we have like, it's a Caribbean country. Remember, think about Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
So when you think about Dominican Republic, you think about like, it's the same island literally. You think about the beach, you think about like the fun stuff. Same thing about Haiti. Haiti has all these parts. So basically, the only thing is just the media keep the narrative on the trash and on the gangs, on all the bad news. If you keep the narrative on something, it's the same thing. Like, let's say for one day or like a 1 month, I switch the narrative about Hollywood, all about Skid Row.
Yeah.
Now, would people want to come visit Los Angeles? No, they would not want.
No, I think Trump is making a good case against people visiting.
Basically, the same thing. That's why I say if you keep the lens on something specific.
Yeah.
So people are not gonna want to see the rest of the thing. So that's why, like, I went to most of the part of Haiti, like, you know, like the north, the south, like the center, like you see different things. You see how beautiful that place is, and also it's a beautiful place, but it also have a negative side that's being portrayed,
highlighted.
Yeah, that's been highlighted. But I think it's one of the best like sea, like water, the
probably
best beaches like you can get in.
If you've been to Miami and you say that, you know your shit.
So you know, it's not like you see the beach here. You see the beach, you go to.
Oh no, the beach here sucks.
Cold.
It sucks. It's the fucking worst beach.
Yeah. So you can get in, but in Haiti, if you go, like, if I go to the north of Haiti, I would say the people, like, you go to the north of Haiti, you can get like you can just take a small boat and then you take a ride to an island. You spend your day on an island, you get some fresh like seafood.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I think there's nothing
it's like
more
the good parts of living in Miami.
Yeah. So
this is what I go back from Miami. So it sounds like I would fucking love Haiti.
Yeah. So basically, if you go to Haiti, it's like you're gonna see,
I
like,
might go.
side. Yeah.
Now you sold me on that shit.
Yeah. So that's why, like, I think like there's different sides, and also I wanna like take to what's my thesis about. It's about like my thesis is titled Joy and Chaos.
Is titled what?
Joy and Chaos.
Joy in Chaos?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So basically, because like I've been like seeing like so many political turmoil, so much like things that are happening, and then you literally had like a lot of things are happening simultaneously in the same place, and then where like people still like resilient, people still like fighting, people still like having fun, and people still blasting over like things, and then that's why like I realized like there's a form of like coexistence, and then we're just like the energy is literally fighting back to get things. This is what we want. You have like these issues, but this is what we want. This is how we want things to be. You know what I mean? No matter what you do, I'm still gonna like enjoy myself. I'm still gonna have fun, and then you know what I mean. That's island
life is pretty cool too.
Yeah. So
like Miami is not an island, but being a teenager bored as fuck. Like I was just there, and I was like nostalgic as shit. I was like, I can't believe I used to feel suffocated by that city because I was there all the time. But I go back there now, and I'm like, man, I did nothing, and I had the best time.
So, you know, it's funny thing is just there's an entire nightlife in Haiti too. There's like parties. There's like the whole other things in December. At the same time, you see all these things. There's a lot of people when they see a personal influencer that go down there and then that's posting like they go to parties, they go to the beach, they go to. It's like, oh, is that Haiti? I thought Haiti was like and trash. Like, and then you just like realize like the media has been literally brainwashing you. to see this about your own place.
Even me, look, to be honest, I was surprised that you moved here 2 years ago. I thought you were like a Miami Haitian. I literally did. And I got so excited when I found out, because I was like, if he's from Haiti and he's in art school, it's probably okay over there.
But so that's like I think like I really been spending time. I used to come and spend some time here, and not staying to live, but where did you visit most?
I
went to mostly Miami. I did some things in Miami, and also like LA.
Motherfuckers don't know how good Miami is.
It was mainly Miami and LA, and then after that, it's only lately that I've been like going more to New York, and then do some stuff there, and then so. Do
you like New York? Do you feel like New York is maybe more of a culturally fitting place as opposed to LA?
I like New York. Actually, New York is one of my favorite places. It's very open and very like, it's like when I was like planning on moving here, and then also thinking about like, here in LA you have to figure out like getting a car and do all these things. In New York, I can decide to go tomorrow. I don't need to plan on having a car. Like the train takes you like everywhere, and then it's very fast, and then you think about like all these things, like, and then all like everyone just goes and jump on the subway, and then they literally like it's such a city where like there's like
it's lively.
It's lively. It's like the rich and the poor can coexist. You don't know, like,
for now.
I don't know.
It's a little bit like LA. We'll see.
So I don't know about like I think in that case, like in terms of the public transportation in LA, I don't know if it's where I live at. Every time I look it up, it's just a long time to get.
To get anywhere? Yeah, in LA for sure.
Yeah, so that's why everybody drives, and then everybody has like a car, and there's a lot of traffic.
It is much easier to be lonely in this city. You have to do 3 times the work of another city to stay in touch with your friends. Yeah. And then sometimes things will come up. You have to be persistent and patient with like people, because it's like it's hard to get places here.
Yeah, I think you have to thinking about all these things, and then it's very like
But do you feel like an anomaly here or exotic here when people meet you and they find out that you're Haitian? Are they like, ooh, or are they?
I think there's some weird things here, but
you tell me about it. I covered all of mine so many times, so I want to hear it.
When I say there's some weird things, this is just very like this. It's kind of like sometimes like LA feels like very cliquey.
Yes,
honestly, to my honest opinion, I could sometimes,
especially the art world.
Yeah, sometimes I imagine being in a room like at Otis, you get a community. I get some friends, some artists. Like you build literally building a clique. Mm-hmm. So, and then when you go to places, you meet some people. But sometimes like it's just so. At first, when I was first navigating the place, it feels like I used to be in some events and I was just standing here. And then there's like, this group here, this group here, this group here. And you feel like you don't know how to navigate it. And then I've been talking about that. And then I just think on the fact that like people just literally drive to places and also get together. Like, and then after that, there's not like a lot of people walking on the streets.
Yeah.
Like walking or like socializing in that type of way. So it's like everybody's like driving to places, and then so beside in certain eventual neighborhood, like which are like very highly touristic neighborhood, when people come, you take them to the Walk of Fame or like where they drive or like
I don't. I tell them to go fuck themselves. I'll take you to the Getty.
I've been doing that with some people.
My God, the tourist stuff in LA is probably the worst. It's like,
and then we went to the observatory. I went to the observatory.
That one's cool. That one's cool.
Yeah, I went 3 times, and I was like, I'm done going to the observatory, and it's like I got enough.
There's a good hike there that I like.
It's a good hike. It's a good view. I think like, I don't know, it's just going to the same thing again when somebody else coming and you take them to these places. It's just kind of the stereotypical LA. It's like, I remember when I came here, my partner was like, why you want to go to these places? And it was like like the Walk of Fame, the Wax Museum, and stuff like that. And then that was like really the stereotypical LA, the LA they've been selling you from outside.
Yeah.
And then you just like come in and there's another reality you can see.
You should take charge and be like, fuck that. We're going to the Museum of Jurassic Technology.
Yeah.
Have you been there? Museum of Jurassic Technology? That's in Culver City. That's close to you.
I would check it out. I've been to the LACMA, the Mocha, the Broad.
But even those there's like cool shit to do here. You know, I would say for out of towners, the things that I tolerate are like going to the Getty. Because I'm probably not gonna. Probably not gonna go to the Getty, and it's just a nice day. It's almost. It's actually kind of for like an outdoorsy experience. It's nicer than LACMA. You know, LACMA's cool, and it's like a nice park vibe, chilling park vibe. Yeah. But when you get up there in that garden, it's like a different. It elevates it being outdoors.
The Getty, when you at the garden, the design. I remember I went with my class. Like there's this garden, the design. It's really nice vibe. Also like I like the Hammer too. The Hammer has a little back area where it's very calm and refreshing. I mean, you know, like naturals brings you down, brings you like
as opposed to a fucking sidewalk.
Yeah, it's like
I want to go to the Hollywood side.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like you want to see like some stars, some names on the crosswalk, and then you know what I mean. It's like it's a different experience, but
I can tell you're not having a lot of artists come visit you.
It's like it's a different experience, you know what I mean? Like, but it's LA, you know. It's LA. It's like in the north of Haiti. There's like the Citadelle de la Feria. The Citadelle de la Feria was like one time I'm on the top like 8 wonders.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this fortress, like the Henri Christophe was the king of the north of Haiti, one of the hero of the Haitian Revolution. He built like this big fortress where they could be like all the way on the top of the mountain. So when the enemy was coming, they can just have the cannon was coming off the windows, so they can stop them from the bottom. So he had this fortress like literally has the entire view, like 360 view of the entire city.
Wow.
So it could be like really have a full control of what.
Yeah. So like a king on the mountain.
Yeah. So basically that was like he had his own palace, but he also had like the Citadelle de la Feria, which was like the fortress where they stopped the enemy from the bottom. Like you know, just back in the days, like people riding horses. You know what I mean? And they use like you can go if you go. I mean, when you go to Haiti, you get to visit the Citadelle. You can see the cannon. When you
went like this and you were talking horses, I thought you were talking about like holding dung.
No, you can see like the heavy cannons and then the all these historical place. And then there's also like a something that I remember about this place. It's like, you know, we're a plantation. Also, the way that they build certain places, they use also the sugar cane, like syrup in the mixture. To use as a cement to put the bricks together. So there's a lot of like walls and a part of a certain edifice that were built like that.
Well, that's interesting. Like, what do a lot of like people live in plantations? Did those get torn down after the revolution? What happened?
So after the revolution, like I mean everything become like kind of like black owned, like the people have like in the countryside getting their own plantation, and then
so black people were owning the plantations they used to work in, kind of thing.
They work on their own, so they work on their own. They produce things on their own. They, you know what I mean? It's a different.
So the business kept going, but they were enriching themselves with. They had the finance side. They weren't being exploited anymore.
They were not being exploited to do it for somebody else. They were doing for the own. So basically now it's a different day. It's a different time. So they're not being whooped to
But it wasn't a thing where they went back and they tore down everything. That's interesting. You know, because over here in America, everybody's like tear down the sculptures and stuff like that.
They tore down like a lot of some plantations from the masters, like, and then after that they get like their own lands, and then they built their own plantations. So there's still also mixed people that still like own certain things. But it's not slavery anymore. It's literally like people are free to do.
But it's interesting. It's interesting the things that different things. Like before we started recording, I was telling you that my family owned a plantation in Cuba that my grandfather bought from a slave owner that fled Haiti when slavery was abolished. So he just moved to Cuba, and then after that, it was abolished in Cuba, and so he just sold his plantation. But it's just crazy how like it's like that's a moment in history that we forget. We think of like American slavery being abolished, right? But just like the sweep of like that, and like the idea of that dude getting pushed out of Haiti is kind of interesting.
So think about like American history, like 76. That was like the independence of the US for 4th of July, and right after that was Haiti, or like in 1804. Sometimes they leave that out. They leave that date out because like it's literally like the first Black Republic, and then right after the US doing like this and claiming the independence. And also something that people forget to say is just there's a lot of Haitians that help out on the Savannah, like on the during the La Bataille de Savannah, the Savannah fight. There's a lot of Haitians. If you go visit Savannah, Georgia, you're gonna see like there's a statue of like a lot of Haitians that really help.
Haitians built Miami too.
Yeah, exactly. So they also say like the founder of the Chicago is Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable is Haitian. Yeah. So basically, I think like there's a lot of infiltration of like Haitian influence in certain fights and history. And so basically, when Haiti claimed their own, like, you know, we have like Dessalines, Christophe Pétion, and Toussaint Louverture. So basically, they were like very like the heroes of the independence. Not to leave out like Sanit Belair and some other people that are like really fought for this. And then so basically, we can have like can be free today. I would say like, you know, being an entire nation by your own. So that's what I think on.
Go ahead, no, finish.
That's what I think on whatever the situation is, like you still have a history that is being remembered, and then one day when you get back on track to the way you're supposed to be. So I think like you just gonna be, because Haiti still have yet to prove that I can be a prosperous nation without any of you.
Oh yeah, but they're not gonna let you.
So because that's why it's hard. That's why it's hard, because like you see Guadeloupe, you see Martinique, you see like even Jamaica still being like colony or Département d'Outre-mer. They develop these countries, they turn this island into like high infrastructure, but they still like under a label. Yeah. So now it's just like Haiti's being on its own, and then they're trying to show you as much like there's nothing possible without us. So if you don't go by us, you're never gonna be anything.
Well, I mean, if you look at Venezuela, they're trying to work with China, and like that's not cool. So like even it's not even just that you like are not allowed to be independent. You're not allowed to get help from anybody that's not America.
Yeah, exactly. But you're not allowed to get help from anybody else. So so basically it's like
you're ours, and if you don't work with us, we'll fucking destroy you.
We're not gonna really help you, but we just don't want you to get help from. So it's kind of like a thing, like, you know, it's hard for these countries, like, you know, to fight against this entire system. So it's like we did Well, I really appreciate this, because I don't think like a lot of my minority white in California, because white people in California or white people in LA are a minority, and I just kind of want to remind them that, because they don't always function like they are. Yeah. There's like a lot more Mexicans than them. Like there's 40%. There's like 24% white people. There's like 7% black people, even though there are more black people in LA than there's more black people in LA.
But percentage wise,
I went to Santa Barbara, and then I was like at this Whole Foods, and I was like, am I the only black person in here? I was like feeling like, okay, that's not like LA when I was working the store, and then I was like,
well, there's more black people in Florida, which you noted. Florida, there's more black people in all of Florida than in all of California, which is an interesting statistic. So anyway, I'm just happy, because I don't think that this I learned, and I don't think that a lot of people, I think that this is a conversation that a lot of the less diasporic communities that listen to this podcast, you know, like even Black people are going to have a whole different perspective on this than like, you know.
Yeah, I think that there's like a lot more we could talk about when it comes down to Haiti. It's like it's hard for me to
I mean, we're at an hour and 14 minutes, but I'll let you finish. If you have anything you want to add, if you want to get anything out before we go.
If you come out and think about like, don't stay on what the news or the media are saying about Haiti, you know what I mean? Just like try to look beyond that, because that's why, like, you know, also on my show I try to bring also some other things like that's happening among a Black nation. So there's like not just what the image they put on us, but there's like more than that. There's a deeper culture, there's like traditions, there's like things that are like you can learn about. And then so I think like something like from what by example the streamer Speed is doing in Africa, going like all over Africa and showing different side of Africa, compared to what a lot of other YouTubers and streamers been doing for decades, and for decades, like they will literally like showing you a poor side of the place. So, but it's not all of it. It's a part of the story. That's why like what you see about Haiti is a part of the story, but it's not all of it. And this part of the story, it's not defined. It's not indefinite.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of changes coming to the horizon, and then I think that's come to my show April 30. Join Chaos, Otis College of Art and Design, Bosque Gallery.
For sure, man. Sure. Hold on, this camera stopped recording.
Oh, it stopped recording. Okay.
No, this one did.
Okay. I think you.
No, for some reason this has been overheating recently.
Okay.
No, it's all go. Your camera got you, so I got everything you said.
Okay, cool.
Let me just turn this back on so that I can say my goodbyes for the close out the episode. Well, cool, man. Do you have anything that you would like to promote? You have your show on April 30th.
Yeah,
and then...
I have my show on April 30th, and then also
Just shut off again.
Shut off again.
Cool.
And then also you can just connect with me on Instagram's Oligot, on my website oliga.art.
How do you spell that for people?
OLIGA.
Okay.
I'm making sure that I use my real name Olivier Ganthier, it's in order for any misspell.
Yeah.
So oliga.art, it's simple. And and then so get to look at my work. If you have any question, make sure you reach out and DM me. And then there's really a lot more layers about Haiti.
Yeah.
That's what we think of, you know what I mean? And then
I mean, like I said, I could have done a full hour, but I also want, you're an artist and you're here, and this is an art podcast, so I want to it's always interesting how these experiences become art.
You know, the only thing that I feel is just, I feel like we didn't get deep into my art. We really went into Haiti and then.
Well, I mean, I asked you about it. What do you want to say about your art?
I think also like something about like this certain stereotypes about like black representation, and also like the way that they expect like a lot of like sometimes like people to be sad and be reminiscing about like the bad times in history. Sometimes like I think of like I'm using the same aesthetic, the same form of like representation, but I incorporate my own different energy, my own different like mood into it, and then so basically I kind of like make it like much more optimistic than what you can think, because there's also among like the negativity and the certain black history and community, there's also some positive side, and also that's something that I think like my art is talking about. And then also like that's why like you would really see more like in my show, but it's really something that I think of like, my influence of the Haitian and Caribbean culture getting together like in the placement of the black community, and then I really think like.
Well, that resonates with me because I think I also have that experience. Like it kind of goes to what I was saying about being. I think that to some degree, America, like as a concept, as a as the WASP, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant majority country that it is, it does not like. And this is like a liberal racism as well. It does not like when poor people succeed, or when when communities, like they like their refugees, but they need to be meek. Yeah. They need to be vulnerable. Yeah. And that's why they don't like Cubans, because Cubans don't fit that mold of being like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm taking your space. And I think that that's kind of what my problem is with how...
And then there's also something about what you say, like, and communities need to always stick together.
Yeah.
Like the Jewish communities stick together. Like that's what Black communities, Haitian communities, they gotta stick together. It's like when you make that money, you go by Haitian, you lift up another brother, another sister, like from your own community. It's like, oh, we can thrive together.
Yeah.
But if you just like keep like getting there and then you're not distributing it like among your people, so you're just becoming like get into the game and then become a pleaser, like, but it's just really something that you can think of, like how sticking together, like certain community coming to a place and they say we're gonna buy this entire neighborhood, and then you see like, oh, this whole neighborhood is owned by Jews, this whole neighborhood is owned by, so basically I think like Black people need to keep doing the same thing, like, and then Haitian people the same thing, like, you know what I mean? That's how you grow and become stronger, because it's like the stores, the art, everything, you grow. You grow like that, and then so basically doesn't mean you don't consume outside of your community. Of course you do consume, you go, you get stuff, but also think about like how are you spending your money, how you can distribute it like in a way to elevate. Yeah. Because some things, like if you don't do it yourself, probably somebody else will not do, and then they will think about the community first before they think about you. Yeah.
Well, cool, man. Anything else? I don't mean to cut you off or make you talk too much about Haiti. No. All right, cool. And then thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the conversation, which I really did, I really do appreciate you taking the time, especially because it's a perspective that in California you're never going to get from anyone else. So this was like an opportunity that I'm really glad I got to take. So if you guys enjoyed the conversation, like, subscribe, comment, leave us 5 stars wherever you listen. And you can join our Patreon, and I actually made the list. I want to give a shout out to my patrons: Tony Irons, M. Triskovsky, Nick Lowe, Amir Zaki, Hiroshi Clark, Jackie Castillo, and Ryan with no last name. If you guys want to be on that list of supporters. I know Hiroshi is my teacher. What's that? You know who? Hiroshi is my teacher. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, Hiroshi Clark? Yeah. Yeah, he's a good dude. He's a good dude, yeah. I mean, he's an even better dude because he supports the podcast. Oh, nice. That's it's $5 a month. Yeah. You get early access to episodes. Right now, there's a pretty exciting early release for people that get to subscribe. I guess I'm not going to say it because it's like now, but it's Ever Vasquez who runs Charlie Jane's Gallery. That's cool. But yeah, like and subscribe, and we'll be back next week with another guest and another topic that may or may not be art related. This is art related. Experience in art it's art and experience. But related. Also, I try to lead the conversation into art sometimes, but sometimes people aren't comfortable talking about art, so I don't pry too hard. I didn't mean to make you talk specifically about Haiti. No. I think there's a thing, the fact that a lot of people don't know much about Haiti, so a lot of times like it's so hard to not to talk about Haiti. Yeah, especially since your work is grounded in it. So meaning and context. So like if I just really like I have to give a certain context from like what is it? Because a lot of times I end up like teaching people about the Haiti, about like, you know what I mean? I also think about my experience in the Middle East when like literally I had to tell people like where that country is somewhere in the map. But it's also interesting because you've only been here for 2 years, but you don't read as someone who's foreign to America. So maybe that is how close Haiti is to the U.S. because you were saying that you had a lot of American culture growing up. So basically, you know, when you're growing up, you literally have a high influence of American culture, TV,
BET, MTV. And
Did you watch a lot of BET?
Yeah, you always used to be on the
That's basic cable. You guys got more than I did when I was in Rome.
So we also like really had like a lot of like, you know, like 50 Cent, like, that's why I started learning English before. And I started learning English. I used to buy lyrics shits. The shits of the lyrics.
Okay. And then read it. Yeah.
Yeah. I started like getting to this because I was listening to the music and I learned the lyrics and then.
So that when you came here, you were like, I'm into getting rubbed.
Yeah. So I just like also like get to English class in my high school.
Well, lucky for you, I think that you were probably you came after the Diddy stuff, so you probably Diddy music was the king of music. Did you get a lot of that?
I think I heard about Diddy when it's going on because like there's a lot of like things about like because the waves. So in Haiti they used to call it PDD, like literally like anybody doing like waves. Are you making PDD with your hair? And then he was like, now it's the whole different ways that we were talking about it. But it's just like, this because the influence of like TV and then even like Nelly, when Nelly used to release this Dilemma.
Yeah.
And then he had this little band head on his face. That was the whole thing. Like people like getting like putting a brain and I was like, yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I didn't know that about Haiti.
Sometimes you take like or big like media influences certain places like Haiti and Africa, you know. So it's really a thing like we go and sing on television and then so that's why like we're very close to American. We're very closer to American culture than we are to French culture.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I would imagine so. Yeah,
even while we speak French and then we do like we still like consume certain like French classic singers and people.
Yeah.
But the way that American culture been influencing the youth in Haiti, it's been It's
also funny we forget about France, but like France has been fucking things up in like Vietnam before we even started the war there. It's just like it's wild. Anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week with another guest and another topic, man. Thanks again, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right.